Well, it's the day that everyone's been waiting for.
Not us,
well,
but everyone else.
Yeah, I think especially Ash, to be honest.
Yeah, he is hiding at the moment somewhere, isn't he?
Yeah, you probably won't see him in this video because he wants to know what's going on with this, but
Yeah.
he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So today's challenge, now we're cracking on with the main floor of the chateau, is we need to get this little sort of extension part.
Yeah, we still don't know what it is.
No, or when it's been emptied, like when it's been built or anything. So today's challenge is to get it emptied and actually see what's in there, see what we can use, and try and get a little bit more
Of what it's actually being used for.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't know, because it is piled high with rubbish, we don't actually know where it goes, what it does, if there's anything underneath.
Yeah.
So.
And then obviously we can start planning on what we're going to do with it going forward. So we know some of the panelling's still in here from when they've done the survey. So we need to get that out so we can see what repairs we can make with the floors, the panelling and some other bits. And then we'll see what else we discover.
Yeah, never know.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
I know. Obviously when we had the open day, we had a couple of people telling us a couple of stories. So Ash is adamant now that that is the staircase. And it leads to the tunnel, which leads to the church.
Right.
So he's adamant that's what that is.
So Ash can go down the tunnel and go to the church there. No.
So we need to get this top section emptied, and then obviously there's a section below it, which we need to start getting emptied as well.
Yeah.
But bit by bit, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how today goes.
Yeah. And then,
spiders.
yeah. So that's the main thing. So Ash won't be here at all because the amount of cobwebs that are here.
It's pretty dark as
I was
well.
just about to say, just looking in, it's really dark.
It's dark.
So we might have to get a big torch on there so we can actually see what we're doing and see what we uncover, really.
Yeah.
It's going to be a mystery. So, right, we'll crack on and start getting the bits out.
Oh dear.
Hey.
Can we get them cobwebs up there?
So we've got quite a lot out already, haven't we, Mum? A lot of it was rubbish.
But a lot of stuff we don't actually know where it's from.
No. So we've come across all of this parquet flooring, which we haven't got a clue where it's from. Now, this one's obviously still attached to the beam. So I'm guessing this was in a window bay because all of the window bays always rot away straight away.
Yeah.
So.
But it's unusual, isn't it? Because it's like we said, none of the other wood has ever had all this metal strip on.
No.
Nothing, nowhere at all where you've taken up has got this on. So that's quite unusual.
Yeah, to have that on, it's on all of them. But we've got like two big pieces here. Then there's that one, and this one.
Yeah, but completely different to any other flooring in the chateau, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so strange, like different colour. And like I said, we're missing a couple of, it's different size as well, isn't it? Because if you look at the ones for in here in the dining room, these are longer than what all of them ones are. So
I don't know.
It's a mystery. I don't know where it's come from, because the only place I could possibly think is the entrance hall before they had the tower.
All right. Yes.
Because before they had the tower, they wouldn't have had the tiled floor.
Yes.
So this could have been the parquet
In
flooring
the entrance hall.
in the entrance hall. Or
It
part
is.
of it.
It is older because of this on it.
Yeah.
I think, you know, just how rusted it all is and everything. And as I say, nowhere else has got that on.
Got that on? No. So if you're wondering where we're thinking of, it could have either been in here
Or it
or
could have been.
in here.
It could have been in the kitchen. And the reason them tiles have been put.
Yeah, because the kitchen wasn't originally there.
No. So
It's
when
a
it's been
mystery.
made into a kitchen, these are quite new around us, so it could well have come out of here.
Yes,
And then these have been put in
afterwards.
after.
Yeah,
I think.
probably there.
Yeah.
Or even
But
in
this
here.
This was here originally, wasn't it?
This room, yeah,
Before
but
the
not
tower.
necessarily a kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe it could have come from in here then.
Yes. Yeah. We don't
I
know.
think so, because I think this is the newest room.
Yeah. But the rest of it that we've got out, this is the flooring for in the grand salon where we're missing the parts in the window bays. So we need to go through and see which ones we can make. But we'll crack on and see what other bits we can find. Well, that's the room sorted, Mum.
Well, I wouldn't say sorted, Terry, if you look around. That one's empty and now this one's full. Oh, no, it's not sorted.
No. So I have got a massive jigsaw puzzle of flooring to work out because we have 3 sections like that missing. So yes, the little room's all empty, but this room's full.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm just gonna have to bit by bit sort my way through to try and create the missing sections for the floor in the grand salon and the floor in here, really.
In here. But it's looking good in there.
Yeah, it looks brilliant. Looks nice and tidy.
It is, yeah. I'm always feared coming in here, to be honest, because I didn't know what the floor was. We've never seen the floor, have we?
No.
So we didn't know what condition it was in. And it's actually, looking from underneath, it's all good condition.
Yeah,
It really is good condition.
it's brilliant. Brilliant little space.
The roof. And the windows are decent as well. I think, me personally, I said to you, Terry, I'd just clean it up and put new glass in, but you were thinking about replacing it, are you?
Well, so you could even just for now look at doing that.
Yeah.
Get sorted.
It's decent. It's in decent condition.
But we're guessing that all of this had paneling right the way around because it's got these anchor points around.
So some there, isn't there? There's one there and there's one there.
One there, yeah. Which we've seen in the 400 and the 401 suite.
Yes.
That's how they attach the panel
Attach
work.
the panels, but there's no trace of any panels anywhere from in here, is there?
From in here, no. So you can see obviously they've had paneling right the way around.
Yeah.
But we just don't know what's happened to it. which is crazy. And then obviously coming in, you'll remember that we've got our trompe-l'oeil, which is all the fake wood effect. And that obviously came around here as well. So all of this would have had it on.
Yeah, it came all the way across here, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So I don't know if that whole room would have been trompe-l'oeil.
That would have been a big job.
Yeah, to do that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But, yeah. But now this room's tidy. We need to see what's below this room.
Well, yeah, we're going to have a look.
Yeah, so we'll go down there and we'll start tidying down there.
Is the door even open?
It sort of opens. That's a lot to clear out.
Not nice.
I'll let you go in
Definitely
first.
stairs there.
You can check it out, Mum.
Thank you. I think this is about as far as I'll go.
I've been all the way in.
There's definitely, have you?
Yeah.
So there's definitely stairs down there.
Are we going to clear it out?
No. Do we have to?
Well, we do at some point, yeah.
I don't know. Do we have to clear it out, like? Or do you want to clear it out to see what's down there?
Well, a bit of both, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay. Nope.
I'll get my big boy gloves on.
Yeah. And your big boy pants.
Yeah. And let's get to work. Well, we're getting there with clearing this room out, wherever it is. We'll just call it a room for now because we have no idea what on earth it was at one point. Now we don't know if it was a well at some point, if it was a staircase, or if it's the entrance to the tunnel. Now, the previous owner came for the fete, the open day, and he was telling us some of the stories about the chateau. Now, one of them obviously was a tunnel, and he said that the entrance was around here somewhere. Now, one of the previous owners said that it was near the dining room as well. And obviously this is right off the dining room. So we're in it now. I'll try zooming out so you can see. So this is a space. Now you can see that it's in two sections. This wall, it does go right the way along. It's only up to this height, but it's two separate sections. And we haven't got a clue. But there's a wood beam along the side here. And then if you can see, this side of the wall is curved. Now, was it a staircase coming up from here? And then it would come around here and up here. But then where does it go to? Because there's nothing there. The doorway to the dining room is there. And then obviously we've got this hole in the side. It's a bit of a mystery. And then behind the door, if I can show you, we have an old window. Now, like I said, we haven't got a clue. So we're going to get the rest of them out and see what it leads to. So let's crack on. step on it, because I might actually go in
No,
the
I
cellar.
wouldn't either. Oh, God knows where.
Yeah. End up in Lalacelle. So made a bit of a discovery with it. Obviously I'm getting there with the stones, and as you can see, obviously they're all falling down. But this part of the wall that I'm stood on, which is the centre part, is actually, it's not a full wall. And I'll show you what I've just discovered now. This is the piece of wall that I'm stood on. But I'll take you down here now. Let's see if the flash comes on. If you can see, it goes all the way down, but you can see these stones. This is an actual arch, this part. So this goes through onto that part, which is just even more of a mystery. So this was a staircase that's gone through to the next part there. So we're going to get the rest of this out, because we definitely have to find this arch now, because it's just amazing. A little bit. Yeah. Yes, but that goes all the way up. It's like a little chimney.
You slide it up onto there. Yeah. Which way you go? This one just goes straight, just like this. Yeah. This goes there. I know you need to go further over your way though, because I've got
Want me to get it this side?
So, what have you found there, Terence?
Well, we've just got the world's biggest stone out, which is massive. But now we're finding all this wood, which I'm guessing was an old staircase.
Oh, an old staircase, Terry.
Yes, okay, Ash.
So this is probably where it went to then. This wouldn't be here, maybe.
Yeah. It probably
I don't
carried
know.
on.
And where to though? Where's it gone to?
But when you look here, there's capping stones, like as if there's been a door there. You see behind you,
This?
Chris? No, down.
I know, well, that's what I said about that, because there's this here, this void here.
Yeah.
It's a bit soft there.
But I don't know. I don't know where would these go to. That's obviously a chimney.
This is a big arch here from one side to the other.
Yeah.
That's
So
a big
I
arch.
reckon, just hear me out,
And then we know that that's
a chimney.
chimney.
So underneath the arch, where we're stood right now, is an arch underneath us.
Yeah.
So it's likely you came out of the arch here, because if you look, the arch cuts off near you there, behind you.
Yeah.
So it's likely that there was a door to your left there,
Yeah.
and you came out upstairs, up and round into the dining room.
But the door's not on that side. The door's that side for the dining room. The door's on this side. You couldn't go that
there.
side.
It's about here, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's no trace here of any stairs anywhere. There's nothing in the walls.
And if
there's
you
nothing
think
at
how
all.
steep the stairs would have to be to go all the way up there in this short space.
It's only for servants.
No, but they were tiny then. They
Exactly.
were really small. Yeah, so the steps would have to be about that high each.
Yeah.
They'd be massive because you haven't got enough space to go up to get the.
I think this is going to be a conundrum for a few more weeks, this one, trying to figure this all out.
I think it's going to be somebody writing in and saying,
Well,
because there was a ceiling on here at some point. It's all been took
Yes.
down. Look. Right. So
And
this
this-
did have a ceiling because this wall's been plastered.
And this wood above it,
This
the floor
was a
there's
wall.
all new.
Yeah.
So I'd say this is not that old.
No,
I'd say a couple.
no.
I'd say probably early
No, 'cause it's got
1900s.
plaster on the walls.
Yeah, so I'd say all this is early 1900s, which would
Yes.
make sense as when Polino came in and he moved the kitchen.
but why is there a fireplace here?
Yeah, that's the thing because
But
this
we know-
isn't part of the chateau.
But
though.
no, but we have to remember that down here, this is the original 1300s
That's
manor
what I'm
house.
saying. I think that's what this is part of, not part of the chateau, part of the manor house.
Could well be,
This.
but we
Yeah.
know that on the other side of that chimney, there's another chimney in the cave where there was a bread oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So has this been to feed the bread oven from maybe underneath? From the, I don't know. I don't know.
Because that chimney is only small. It's not like it's connected to the bread oven in the cave, is it?
It's been used though because you can see all the black, all the soot on it.
Well, we were saying that when we were taking stones out, weren't we? That there was some that were blackened.
That was they were off the other chimney that was on the side.
We've got so much confusing things to find in
And
here.
why is this wall here? Why
Because
is
there's a
this-
beautiful arch underneath here.
I
Terry,
know.
take the camera.
But I'll show you where obviously I am. I'm stood in all this mess. But you can see, I'll try zooming out for you. This is an arch going from one side to the other. Now, this part, sinking, is a chimney going all the way up. So what is this space for?
I think we're all so lost with it right now.
I-
We all thought we knew in our own ways.
Because
Yeah.
that's only that. It's not as if it's wide down there. It's only small. That
But
space
this-
there's the space of the chimney.
This has only been filled in the last 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're saying that 2000.
Yeah, well, even
When
30, yeah.
Terry saw pictures of 2000
The old
when
chimney,
the chimneys
the
were on the
old
wall.
chimney. Yeah, yeah.
So, say the last 30 years probably.
Yeah.
25, 30 years. So
Yeah.
that's been filled in then.
But this is where we were told tunnels were as well.
Mhm.
So it is going to be intriguing trying to get to the bottom of this and seeing what's down here.
Well, this must go down a lot further because there's no reason why you'd have an archie unless
No.
you could walk
No,
underneath
no.
it.
No.
So
And that chimney's only that big, isn't it? That wide.
It's only that
down
wide.
a lot further.
it might go down. Yeah.
I'd say so. They're looking at what's still there.
Yeah, I'd say it does. This is where we just took that big stone out. This is like quite soft now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is all like dead loose that we could take out. So let's get
A
digging.
bit more.
So, like we've said, this is something we've wanted to do for 5 whole years since we've been here. It's been the one thing for me that it's just been a complete mystery. It's complete unknown. We know nothing about it. We know not why it's here. But I think the more we look down here and the more we've had conversations with each other while we're dealing with it, I think it is pretty obvious that this is part of the original 1300s manor house that stood here, which is going to be really intriguing to actually dig down, see more, see why this was and what it was, because we have no understanding of it. Like a chimney here. Why a chimney here? For what reason? Again, though, we have to remember that the cave was the original ground floor. All the land around the chateau was built up so that they could purchase the Chateau 1 to sit across all of the land. So I think this would have been part of the original ground floor. So maybe this was another room off that. Maybe it was just an original part of the manor house that they've actually covered up when they've actually built the land up around the chateau. Because I'm right now, as I stand here, I'm about 6 foot underground in terms of where the terrace sits and where the land is at the sides of us. So ooh, and there's air coming through there as well. That's the tunnel. That is the tunnel. And that is genuinely why we've not seen this, we've not talked about it. This is, as we're doing this, there's another arch underneath here. And there's cold air blowing up through that. I can physically feel it blowing on me. It's causing a draft to come up. There's a little hole, and you can see just a little bit of what looks like possibly an entranceway. I don't know. Yeah, there's definitely an arch, because all the stones here are laid like this. And down there, they've started to do this again, around as if it's an old time arch. And like I said, the draft coming up through that, the cold air blowing through it is unreal. I can feel it like instantly. As soon as I uncovered that bit, it was like a whoosh of air came out. That is crazy. But there's going to be so many more videos from this, because it is a complete mystery to us. And it is, the history of the chateau is, this is part of its history, and it's the exciting part. It's the bits we don't know. Nobody knows, because it's been underground for so long. So we will be doing more. We'll be back in here again, and we'll be hopefully digging out the tunnels and find out where they go, because this is genuinely so exciting. So hope you've enjoyed today. We're loving it. It is absolutely brilliant to actually do some of this uncovering and exploring here. So if you've enjoyed today, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you got the bell clicked for notifications. Make sure you catch the next episode, because it's going to be a good one. Bye.
If you'd like to be part of our journey and help restore the chateau, then please join us on Patreon, where you'll be part of our journey, receive a piece of the history, and get exclusive videos.